What's up? I'm back with another video, and guess what? It's sort of raining outside, which makes my job a little difficult. I can't exactly do everything I need to do when it's starting to rain outside. It's been raining and raining and raining around here, which is great because Colorado really needs the rain. There's forest fires everywhere. We really could use it. You know, the West is in a drought. Everything's crazy, and I can wait till another day to do certain things like put the roof fan in, which I can't do when it's raining because you have to cut a big hole in the top of the van and then rain will get in there, and I don't want rain in my van. So I'm just gonna wait on that until we have a nice stretch of sunny days, and then I'll cut the hole, I'll put the fan in, and I'll do all that, and I'll show you how that's done. Let's see. What have I been doing lately? Well, a couple days ago, I installed my C.R. Lawrence window behind the driver's seat on the driver's side. I filmed a lot of that, but unfortunately, a lot of the footage just didn't turn out good enough to make a video out of because after we cut the big hole in the side of the van, it started raining. So I had to run off real quick and get some tarps to put over the van to keep the rain out so I could primer the cut, put the window in, and do all that without water getting all over the place. And luckily, my friend Mark came over and helped. It went really well. I'm going to be showing you the window in a moment, and I might throw some footage in this video. I got to get a new skill saw because the 18-volt one I have is a piece of junk. The batteries won't stay charged, and apparently they discontinued those, so Mark's giving me a lift over there. I have the window installed. I might throw some footage in there, but because of the rain and the hassle of getting this thing in, everything was like quick and dark. It was gloomy. The camera footage is grainy. So I'm gonna go through and see what I can throw in here, and I might throw in a couple things and show you a little bit. Basically, what I'm gonna do now, or in a moment, is I'm gonna show you what it looks like, and it looks awesome. Alright, what's up guys? Mark needs his camera time, so we got the camera on. What we're doing is dealing with a rainstorm, which has been upsetting me quite a bit. First thing I'm going to show you here is this workbench that I made. I made this workbench. I built it out of 2x4s. Because of the cost of plywood being so expensive, I went with MDF with the laminated top. It's nice and smooth, and it has 4 casters with caster locks on them, so I can release those and I can move this thing out into the center here, or I can move it outside, and I can build things on this and assemble things on this, and it should help with my project and make things go a little bit smoother, and so I can be a little bit more, what's the right word? Productive. So yeah, that's awesome. And there is a box on top of this table, and I'm going to show you what that's like in this video as well. But before we get to that box, I'm going to show you the windows. All right, and before I show you the windows, I want to show you something else. It looks like a bird took a big dump on the side of my van already, so I'm going to have to get that cleaned off. The window is on the other side, so let's have a look. Here we have a C.R. Lawrence driver's side Promaster window, awning style, and it is flush, so it turned out really well. It's exactly where it needs to be. And this style window has 2 awning style panels here and here that can come out and prevent the rain from getting inside of the window. They make another one where where this panel would slide this way, but then that allows rain going this way to get in. So I went with this window, and let's go take a look at the inside. So by the way, getting this window in was like an 7 to 8 hour process, and I don't think I could have done it without my friend Mark's help, so thank you very much, Mark, for coming over and helping me get this thing installed. It would have been a lot more difficult, especially in a rainstorm that just happened to cruise on over during this install. So thank you again, Mark. I really appreciate it. Here is the window from the inside. So basically how these get installed is through a compression fitting using this trim ring. And so you cut the hole out, and then you put the window in from the outside, and you attach this trim ring. It's hard to see, I know it's a little dark in here, but and then it's this compression fit. So I did make a little bit of a mistake up on this corner and cut this corner out a little too big, and I ended up filling it with some caulking, all-weather caulking, and we did a test, and it's not allowing any water in. So that's great news. Also, I think the compression fitting on the outside of the window that compresses against the van's exterior paneling, it's pretty thick, and I think when it got squished, it likely squished out enough to also fill in that little gap that was there. It was probably like slightly over an 1/8 inch of a gap. With the caulking and everything, it's good. It's good. So the way these awning style windows work is you just untwist this and you can see the window opening. We'll go take a look at it outside too. Something's off with these windows. So if I open this one up, you can see it sticking out there on the top, okay? And that's all the way open. And if I do this side, this one doesn't open as far. I don't know if that's designed, if it's supposed to be that way, or if there's a problem with the mechanism. I might contact them and ask them about that. Not a big deal, but now you can have this airflow coming through the van. And once they get the rooftop fan installed where that little blue X is, it'll just suck the air right through these windows and out the top, or vice versa, in and out these windows. So it's gonna be really, really, really nice. I'm really happy about this. It turned out really good. Let's close, oh, no, let's leave it open. Let me go show you the outside. So that's how they look. Some rain could get in there still, but it should keep most of it out. So I'm really pleased with this, and I'm gonna go inside and close those windows, and then I'm gonna show you what is in this box. You just twist these little guys down, and they close nice and tight. I'll show you a little bit of a idea here of how this works. And they're closed. No water or anything can get in here. Oh yeah, and they have removable screens. If you want to remove them and like hand someone a beverage, you can do that. Oh, one other thing. I got my windows tinted up front. So this is ceramic tint at 25%, whatever they call that, 25. And same on this side. And the guy who did this, his name is Sean from Sky Blue or Blue Sky. I think it's Sky Blue Tint. And he did an amazing job. And I actually posted a review about the job he did on these. And he called me today and said, thank you so much for the review. And in my review, I said, well, wish I would have went a little darker. And when he called me, he said, thanks so much for the review. If you decide you don't like the tint and you want it a little bit darker, let me know and I will redo it for you, no cost. So that's amazing. I don't think I'm gonna end up doing that. I think I need to get used to them, and I need to drive at night and in the woods and in the mountains and get a good feel for how they are. And if I decide I want them darker, I'll give them a call, but I probably won't get to that point. But I just had them done yesterday, so I need some time to figure out whether or not I like the tint. It's slightly lighter than the tint on this window that I just installed. Slightly lighter. It's hard to tell from inside, but from outside at night you can definitely tell. On this window, you barely see it at night unless you're like right up on it. You have to literally have your eyeballs like suction cupped to the outside of this glass to be able to see inside the van. And the windows up here, you can see in the van from further distance away. And also with the back windows, they're about the same as the C.R. Lawrence window. I'll probably be happy with the window tint that he put in, and I don't want to make him redo it. So let's go take a look at the box. Okay, so before I get into opening this box, I'm going to explain a few things. So with a van, any van life sort of thing, you're going to have a lot of valuables in your van most likely. And I kept thinking, how the hell am I going to keep my van secure when I'm not around and keep thieves from getting inside and being able to pull out large items and so forth and so on with things like that. Now there's a lot of different options. There are the slick locks, which are on the outside, and you can cut them off with a Sawzall. There's the master lock on the outside. It's like a puck lock, and it's also similar to the slider lock, but a little bit better because it has a plate that goes around the lock, so you have to cut through more steel to get the lock off. But once you cut them off, that's it. They're off, and then you can open the door once you punch the lock out. There's some other types of locks, like kind of like puck locks, but more secure to the van, so you can't really cut them off. I haven't really done that much research. I haven't really done that much research on them. But what I can tell you is I found this lock right here on this table, and this is what I went with. I bought a bunch of these, and they're going in all over the van, which means my van's going to be completely secure. The only way that you can get in the van is by breaking a window and crawling through the window. And I have some ideas about that as well. Well, one of them is the security system I'm going to be having installed on this van very soon. And that's going to be a Viper security system, which is going to chirp if you touch the van and this and that and do whatever. If you break the window, it's going to go off. So that, along with this product behind the camera, should alleviate most thieves from attempting to get inside. The alarm will go off, they won't be able to get the door open, and hopefully they'll just leave. But if they wanted to, they could get in the van by climbing in the window, and then they could rummage through everything, and then they could take what they want and leave with the alarm going off, and it could only take a few seconds. So there's some other ideas. You can do the 3M film on the windows, which basically makes it impossible to break, or you can break the window and shatter it, but you can't really get in the van. So I might do that, I don't know. I'm not going to completely reveal every security feature I'm going to do for the van, but I am going to show you this product, and I'm going to show you after it's done. So let's take a look at it. This is a Thunderbolt anti-theft deadbolt lock security system. There's one lock in this, and I'll explain to you how this works. Where are my knives? Let's open this baby up and see what we got. All right, cool. It comes with this little, oh, look at that. Measure twice, drill once. Reduces cursing. It's just a little towel. That's kind of cool. Let's toss that off to the side. All right, so in here we have a business card, and we have a bunch of rivets, it looks like, and a plate, and they even include a little permanent marker. All right, cool. And they also include this little plate that you can put on your van, which I won't be doing, letting you know it's protected by Thunderbolt anti-theft deadbolt locks. You can stick that on your van if you'd like. And they include a bundle of wire, and then they include this deadbolt lock on an angle. And I don't need to use this on the Promaster. I think you have to use these on Sprinters or maybe transit vans or something. So I won't be using that. I will be using the one that comes on and pre-installed on the device. So this is the camera shut off. Hold on. So this is the heart of the unit, I guess you could say. Let's peel off this bubble wrap. There we go. All right. So this is the actuator inside of this. Oh, let me get back to that. And then they include these two brackets. This is for mounting it to the inside of your van, in the door, or wherever you put it. Put those over there. And then this is the heart of the unit. This is the actuator. Let's get this box out of the way. All right. So basically what you do, get these cables up here. You install this wherever you want. You can install 2 of them in every door. You can install 3 of them in every door, 1 in every door, however you want to do it. I bought a ton of these, and I'm going to be installing them in many places along the doors, and you'll never be able to get the door open, okay? So basically, these wires here connect to your pre-existing factory wires that unlock the doors with your remote control. When you lock your doors, this deadbolt right here goes out. Or in, or out, or in. This here is the manual switch, so you can take this part of the cable and hide it wherever you want inside your van door, and then in case you ever get stuck inside, can't open the door with your key fob, you can release the deadbolt like this. But when you hit the switch on your key fob, it will do it just like it does when it unlocks all your other doors. It's a pretty cool device. I'm going to be installing all of these into my van, and it's completely hidden away. There's nothing on the outside, so there's really no way for anyone to know it's even there. So let's say a thief comes along and they punch out your door lock. Well, they just punched out your door lock, and then they try to open the door and it won't open. So now they have to figure out why it won't open, and hopefully that'll be enough for them to be like, well, or they could go and punch out another lock. This van has 2, one in the back and one on the driver's side. So they could punch out the driver's side lock. It doesn't open. Like, oh, shoot, what? And then they go to the back door and do the same thing. Shoot, what? It won't open. The only way for them to get through this lock is to decide where it's installed, because you can install it wherever you want, up and down the door jamb, and they would have to drill a hole, sawzall, or whatever they want to do all the way down, and blah, blah, blah. Ah, you get the idea, okay? So that's why I bought these, and let me show you when I'm done installing this. Ta-da! The locks are installed. They're all in the van. If you look right over here, if you look up there, you can see that lock there. And there's another lock right there. And down here, there's one there. You go over to the sliding door. There's a lock right up there, right there. And there's one there. There's another one down there. And on this side, there's one there, and up there. And if you go into the... I gotta unlock the door. you look in the door here, you'll see one right there and another one down there. Same with the driver's side. Just kidding, I didn't install them yet. And I'm not going to be updating you with another video of the install or where I located them. That kind of defeats the purpose, right? So, with that being said, I'm going to do this and my van's going to be secure. Nobody knows how many of these locks I have, and nobody will know from this video where they're installed, and my van will be secure. So, if you're interested in one of these locks, contact thunderboltlocks.com, contact Jim, tell Jim I sent you, and maybe, I can't say for sure, this isn't a paid promotion or anything, but maybe he'll give you a deal. I don't know, that's between you and him. So, I'm gonna install the locks, and then I'm gonna upload this video before I install the locks. But anyways, that's what I'm doing to secure my van. I got the window in, van's getting secured, rooftop fan's going in soon. My solar setup is going to be here soon, so I'm going to install that. Well, I'm going to build out how I'm going to install it. I will show you all how I do it, and you can follow along. Really appreciate you watching. I hope these videos are getting better for you. If you have any questions, comments, sort of things like that, you know where to leave them down below. Please like and subscribe and tell your friends and share, blah, blah, blah. I haven't seen anyone doing a Thunderbolt system in their van life build, so I'm happy that I'm doing it. Hopefully other people will consider this product. No question, put the Thunderbolt lock in, secure your van. They also sell a device that when your car is running, okay, the front doors will not lock with these Thunderbolts. So if you get in an accident or something and the fire department needs to get you out, they won't be dealing with a Thunderbolt lock keeping the door shut. So as long as the key is turned on in the ignition, the car's running, the front doors will not lock. Okay? So that's good information to know. And I think that's all I have to say. I will see you on the next video.